Hello world. Today I will be looking into adding a health system into this engine that I'm working on. Last stream I left off just kind of cleaning up some of the text rendering, and now I just need to move on from that and start working on, I guess, the next sort of core part of this engine. Don't have much left to do on my main to-do list. Guess sound, that's probably a big one. Not sure if I'll use an engine or not. Yeah, I'm still kind of on the fence on what I want to do for that. But yeah, I think the focus for this stream is just going to be on creating some kind of health system. Probably yeah, probably have to deal with enemies as well. So I think right now, if I go to the main portion, yeah, right now I'm doing this, jumping to the load. I'm going to, or load the cutscene, I should say. I'm going to change that back to the level, and what I'm going to do now is test this out. So back here, oh yeah, that's the night. Okay, so that's like the object advance thing that I had. I think, yeah, item updates are still pretty slow. Yeah, okay. I wonder if, I think I still have this issue where, yeah, that object is still active. I should probably fix that. If I let that linger too long, it may come back to haunt me. I guess I should just do that immediately. Shouldn't be too hard to do. At least I don't think. I suppose I should actually start breaking up this file, because it is pretty large. Though I like large files. Yeah, I need to go to my enemy section. Which, I wonder where that is. It's got to be somewhere down here. Camera. Yeah, okay, here we are. So it was, yeah, the object level change, I believe. If object in the window. Yeah, if object in window, check collision. Trying to remember. Okay, so this is the mask. This is checking collision. So this immediately sets the sets. Okay. If object in window. I'm not actually doing that, am I? I think I'm just yeah, checking immediately. Yeah, the on-screen position. It's not actually an in-world collision check. It's an on-screen collision check. Well, I'm just trying to think how I should address this. Because the object itself still needs to be moved around. But it's like it shouldn't be spawned. Or active at least. When it's off the main screen. So... How do I want to handle this? How do I want to handle this? Yeah, once it's spawned, do I do it in the... Do I want to do this in the draw? Because I think I'm using that expansion. Yeah, I'm using this. So I think all I need to do is this. Because this gets updated by the draw routine. Basically, if it's here, basically, if it's not here, then we want to go to continue. I think that's what I want. I can't remember if the bit means Yes, it's on screen. Or yes, it's off screen. Guess I'll find out. 'Cause I think it was, okay, so not that. Oh, wait. Continues here. Try this again. Okay. Okay. I think that worked. Yeah, looks like that worked. Looks like that worked. It doesn't look like I'm colliding against it. I definitely need to change that sprite back. I'm not sure why that sprite is that. If I go back up here, yeah, we have our object to kick us. Okay. All right, now I think I guess I'm not going to worry about enemy AI just yet. I think I just want to handle the health system. So typically the way this goes, so I kind of want something that's very generic. That is to say, I'm not doing any kind of crazy, like, unique, special, you know, super awesome health system, something crazy. I just want basically just want the player to lose health when they get hit. I want a stun to occur, and I want them to flash, and for them to be sort of impervious to harm for a certain amount of time. So kind of like in Mega Man and many, many other games. So yeah, I just need to think how I'm going to do that. So we're going to have variable for health, which I think I already have somewhere. I'm probably going to have a timer for the player to figure out the time in which they are impervious. So let's see. Player health. Player health timer. I think visible, I think that's something I already implemented. Maybe not implemented, but at least allocated some space for. If I go back up, let's see. Okay. Okay, we got a mask. Speed. The in-game position. Just 16-bit value. Sprite index. Just the current sprite of the player. Player properties. Okay. Yeah, visible. And hurt. I feel like I could almost combine those two. I guess not. Okay, so what do I want to happen? I have a player state. I guess I should probably maybe go to an area. Oh, there's more space. So our player's in some state. And the idea is when the player gets hurt, I want to go to a different state. So in this state, the player could be jumping, running, shooting, doing all sorts of stuff. And yeah, when he touches some like enemy or gets hit by a projectile, we basically want to, I don't know if I actually want to like shoot the player back. Like some games will actually push the player back. I feel like I might just be fine with stunning. So like at this point, the idea here would be, I guess this would be like the hurt state. I guess what would I call this? Like this is like some control state. So I'll just label that C. And then we'll get kicked into a hurt state. And basically what has to happen here is in the hurt state, we have to update the health, like subtract like whatever damage was done to us, to our health system. Check if we're dead. Change the sprite. Change what we are currently to this sort of stun state. Set hurt timer. Basically, we need to like stay stunned for a certain amount of time. So we're, here, then, we collide with, some object. And I think I want to do the checking from the object side. So, like, if an enemy bullet is fired, it's, I guess the onus is on the enemy bullet to check to see if it's colliding with the player. And if it is colliding with the player, then it's going to put the player in a hurt state. It's going to do its damage. And in this state, I'm just going to set my timer, change my sprite, and then basically we go into, I guess, the stun state. I'll just call it that. State where it's stunned. Okay. I should probably make these bigger to match that height. Okay. So this was our control. Then we get into this initial hurt state. And then we go into a stun state, I'm thinking. And then from here, I think I'm just gonna maybe go back to the control state. But when I go back to the control state, I want to set like, I want the player to be impervious. But I don't want to be, let's see, how do I want to do this? how do I want to do this? I don't want to be checking like some timer every frame to see if I'm impervious or not. I'd rather... Yeah, what would I rather do? What would I rather do? Here... Because I could make some... No, I'm just thinking like I could... have some jump statement. Just jump to a label dynamically. And... that would be something I can adjust. So that function could be a timer that I jump to update, but I feel like that's just... I feel like the jump itself would be worse. Because you gotta jump and then you gotta jump back. So it almost feels like... I'd be better off just updating my timer manually as opposed to making it dynamic, maybe. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Yeah, I can't remember if I created a state. I don't think I have a player state. Probably should add that. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe that's what I do. I just have a separate state. Let's call it impervious. So then, yeah, we come up here. Actually, just go here like that. And yeah, let's just do that. And then I come back here. Let me do this. Actually, let me do this. Okay. Yeah, and the idea here is basically when I guess hurt timer runs out. or in, what do I want to call that? Maybe just the, yeah, I'll just call it that, impervious timer. When the impervious timer goes to 0, then we transition back. Okay, this is like when touching, guess, touch obj hurt. So when you touch something that hurts, you go to the hurt state, and then hurt state will paralyze you or stun you. No. Yeah, a bunch of stuff just gets set here. This is the stun state, so it's when the stun timer. Timer equals 0. And basically, like, all this is, this state is basically the same as this state, except you flash in this state, and there's like a timer that's going. So basically, the code would kind of look like, I don't know, it'd be like jump subroutine flash player, then deck timer, timer, compare 0. I mean, actually, I don't even need to do that. Just, I don't know. Something like this, right? And then just based off of the condition, you either change the state or you jump to the control state. So it looks something like that. It's probably hard to read this, actually. Yeah, this hurt state. I wonder if I really need two separate states here. Like, I'm wondering if this stun state is good enough. I think it is. I think I don't know. This is kind of like a, like, we only need to execute this once, but this needs to wait. It's basically when frame ends. Then we go to the next state. And we start in this state. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think this state machine works for this. Yeah, this control state's huge. Yeah, so much is tied to this control state. So much stuff. So I think, trying to think what else, like, am I missing anything else? Because there's basically other states, like sub-states in this state machine. In this state machine state, the control state. Sorry, there's going to be running and jumping and falling and shooting and crouching and climbing and swinging. Those are a lot of different states. But I think no matter what, which one of those sub-states we're in, yeah, we can get hurt. If I were to add like some like weird like dialogue type thing in the game, then that would have to be its like own separate state. Because in that state, you don't want things hurting you when there's like a dialogue pop up on screen. So you could have like, I don't know, D for dialogue. And I guess the conditional, the condition in which you'd enter this would, I don't know, it'd be like some like collision with a dialogue object, or maybe the player is within a certain proximity to like a text object and they press the A button. That would be the event here. And then the return event would go back to the control state. And I don't think I can I get around that? Sort of. Yeah, it'd come back here. Kind of hard to draw around that. Yeah, the idea here would be, yeah, you press some button near a dialogue object, and then you return when the dialogue is finished. Yeah, I could also change how the player looks too, like what the sprite index is. And I could probably just reuse this timer. Whatever I use for this. Like this timer could be the same. 'Cause its meaning will just change depending on the state that the player is in. But I guess regardless, I still need a state variable for the player. That's something that needs to get done. And I suppose I should just document what this is. done. Press A on last dialogue. Oh, I can't. A hit near dialogue. Maybe I can chop this up. A hit near dialogue. That would be that event. Yeah, pressing on last dialogue comes back to control state. Oh, I need another state here, don't I? On this state. Health equals 0. Less than or equal to 0. If health is less than or equal to 0. Okay, I'm not sure why this stupid thing is acting up. God, I hate that. Yeah. If health less than 0 or equal to, less than or equal to 0. Then we're dead. Yeah. Just trying to think of another word besides dead or dispatched, because they both start with D. I guess U for unalive. So stupid. I hate that word so much. Okay. And then here, we have to change our animation or our sprite index. Probably to something that's like, I don't know, dead. Do I even have that? I don't think I even put that in yet. I could have swore I had it. Doesn't look like I have it in here. Yeah, I've got this extra space here for more graphics, so. Shoot. Shoot, yeah. Yeah. Wonder if I could just cobble together something really quickly here. God, why does that not work? That is really annoying. I should just write my own paint program, because this just does not work with Windows, the latest Windows, which is a shame, because it's a Windows application, and you'd think it would work. But I've been just using it for so long, it's kind of hard to say goodbye, because I like paint. Okay. Actually, do I want it rotated that way? Whatever. Dead. Yeah, what needs to happen here? Probably fade out. Yeah, timer reset. So if blah, guess else. I probably should say like else. Else when the frame ends. Then go here. We stay here till the stun timer goes down. And then, yeah, when this stun timer is 0, we would exit. To some other state. Could be trying to think if I should have like some initial, if I should have an initial state instead of just jumping right into control. Yeah. I'm just thinking like if I had like if I should have a game over state. I personally don't like having life systems. I just don't like getting kicked way back in the game. But if I were to do it, this is where I would have to do it. Here, while I'm planning, planning out this state machine for the health. Yeah. Yeah, if I were to do it, So just be another check. Be like the lives update. Let me make a legend. Control state. Player has control of player, maybe user. Player's control of whatever. D equals dialog state player reads text. H equals hurt state yeah, player is in hurt state. Check. I guess update. Health. Set init value for timers based off whether player is dead or not. Okay. Unalive state. Player is dead equals stun state. Player is flashing and frozen for a bit. I equals impervious state. Player cannot take damage and is flashing. Okay. Yeah, here you'd either go back here or just exit. Yeah, this would be like just the terminal state. Whatever. Can't draw. This would be think that's good for now. I think I have a solid idea of how I want to implement this health system. Yeah, I think this will just be it. Suppose I should create a state, like player state. Let me add that here. It's a little tricky, because if there's a substate here, what do I want to call this main state? I guess player main state. player state main. D Highway 61 says, nice to watch you think through the state machine. Very interesting. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know how normal people do it. This is just how I normally think. But yeah, I think it should be fine. We'll see when I go to actually implement it. How good it actually is. I think it should be fine though. Yeah, this thing's going to be composed of many different substates, this control state. But yeah, all this stuff kind of wraps around it. Main state machine for player dictates health status. Maybe controls. Controls. Also, just love how much your planning takes place in a giant MS Paint image. Yeah, yeah, I like it. It's I like taking notes this way. It's just something I've been using for so long. Obviously, I don't do it in a professional, like super professional setting, but I think it does a good job to kind of illustrate my thoughts as well. I know some people use like Visio. I feel like that's just too, I don't know, too cumbersome. Here it's pretty easy to just quickly draw up stuff and do whatever you want, right? Like in a Visio, it'd take me forever to like, I want this, little guy here just to kind of help illustrate what the hell these states are. But yeah, it's fun, and I'm very much a visual person, so I like having visuals. It's just good for me, and I think it may help other people understand too, to just quickly write something up. But yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's just gonna wrap it up for tonight. I'm gonna keep this one a short stream. So I think my planning is pretty much done. Next time, I'm gonna start actually implementing this and creating this sort of high-level state machine for the player, so I can control health and life and not my life, but the life of this thing. All right. Yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.